This is an overcomplicated day trading strategy. This is also an overly complicated day trading strategy where you have to look at making sure this aligns with this and this has to align with that and this has to have like a crossover for you to potentially take the trade. And it's too many things to just visually think about. This is too much stuff to visually look at. And the following is just something to make you look cool because your charts are just visually different than everybody. You see these white candles over here and all these multiple little lines over here and this piece that shows you different buyer behavior. I don't want to look cool. I don't want to make it look like I'm smart. I don't want to basically make myself study all of this junk either just to make money. I just want to make money. So if you're anything like me and you want to just make money, leave a comment below saying, I just want to make money. If you do, this is what you should be focusing on. Just following the trend when there's a trending day. This is June 5th, 2024. The whole day, as you can tell, was visually going up. The way the strategy works on SPY specifically for the 5-minute chart is at that point in time of the day, we draw the high of the day, which in this scenario, just as an example, is 530.24. And once it breaks through it and it comes back for a retest and then goes back above, then as the little yellow circle identifies over here, there's a trade. So there was two candles right here next to each other at 530.92, give or take. And it went over to the right, broke above, came back for a retest, and it bounced up. Hence trade number 2. It did that 1 time here, 2 times here, 3 times here, 4 times here, 5 times throughout the day. And ideally, this is all based off of visually with your eyeballs. Is it going uptrend or not? If it is, you make money. And think about it. Don't most days when it comes to the S&P 500, which is what we're trading, they typically go up. The market over a 1, 2, 3 year period holistically, the market just generally goes up. So this is majority of the days that you actually trade, funny enough, honestly. And I know that sounds crazy because you're thinking, still, Maurice, I get you. But 1, can you go into more detail? And 2, what about when the day doesn't trend up? What do I do then? Well, let's talk about it. So downtrending day it is, right? Every market doesn't go up for SPY. Sometimes days go down. Now keep in mind, this was June 5th, 2024. This, I shit you not, was June 3rd, 2024. 2 days before it was fully downtrending for the most part. And you can check this out. Same logic, right? At this point, we drew the low of the day. Once it broke below it, came back for a retest, and then bounced downward. There was a trade right here for an option put because you can make money when it goes to the downside. So boom, trade 1. Then there was this guy over here. There was a low of the day, went above, couldn't break through it yet. Finally broke through, came back to tap it over here. Boom, trade 2, whether you took it or not, right? 2 trades right here. And I know what you're thinking. Ha, it didn't break the lowest point over here, so there's no more downtrending days. And I say back to you, fine. That means there's no more trades. The best thing about this is that if you're following the trend, then you only react and jump into trades when the trade matches your philosophy. So if you see that the market was going down between 8:30 and 12 o'clock, and you got into a trade, you got into maybe one of those 2 trades. If you didn't and the market didn't, go sideways, come down, break, boom, hit it on top, and then boom, back downward, then great. That means there's no trades. You can go do what you're supposed to be doing, which is living your life. You're not supposed to be taking 2, 3, 4, 5, 10,000 trades in a day anyway. You only need 1. And now again, this is a second example on June 3rd. Let's go a little bit further back, but not that far back. Let's look at May 29th, 2024. Again, not that far away from June 3rd. This is a sideways trending day because sometimes days just literally go sideways. So we had a low point of the day over here. And by the way, there is a red candle on the left-hand side. As you can see, this says 8:45. I just actually chopped that rest of the day off on accident. But this is the low point of the day where 2 candles actually agree. This is the high point of the day where 2 candles agree at the 527.23. So you have the zone, draw it all the way over. And check this out. It had the zone here, came down, came to tap it, and it fell down, option put. Headed over here, fell down, option put. Came back over here, broke through a little bit, but it fell down for an option put. Same thing, fell down, option put. Same thing again, fell down for an option put. You can, for 1, you can visually tell that it's going sideways. That's ideally number 1. 2, you only need 1 of these in the first place. 3, from a trade perspective. 3, when you think about it, That's the only thing the market can do. From an uncomplicated perspective, the market can either go up, as we talked about it, down, or sideways. Those are all the trades that you potentially could have either taken or you should have taken if you're trying to do day trading and trying to make money. So that's the secret. The market can only do those three things: up, down, sideways. If you need it visually printed out for you. And FY, being right for just 2 minutes directionally equals a 10% gain. How that's possible is that whenever you're actually trading SPY options, same day expiration contracts, videos like that are on my page that you can watch, FY. 2 minutes is all you take to get 10%. So for me, once you scale up to the point to where I'm at, I trade with 100 contracts, which costs about $10,000. FY, if you only bought one contract, it's only $100. So everyone listening to this video can afford that. But me trading with $10,000, I get a 10% gain from being right. 2 minutes, FY, so go back, right? For 2 minutes, I gain $1,000. So you have to realistically start thinking, well, how many of those trades do you have to realistically take for you to just make the money you probably need to make? I'd argue that, let's just say as an example, you entered here and let's just say you exited, we'll just say right in this spot here. I'll show you on a close-up specifically of that. But let's just say this, surprisingly, is 1K, because FY, it probably is. I believe that's one of the trades I took on that call to the upside. So you can tell it's not even visually a lot going up. But if that's 1K, and you have to say, you know what, I want to leave my job so I can trade for a living, etc., etc. I'm willing to bet majority of people listening to this type of video make between 3K a month to maybe 8K a month. So with that in mind, if you make 1K on one of these trades and there's 5 of these on this single day, then if you trade one more day outside of this and you took all 5 of these trades, you took another day that had hypothetically 3, because that has 2, 5, 6, 7, but this has what? Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 10 actually. If you did all just the 2 days, June 5th and May 29th, and all those trades get you 1K. You only trade for 2 days out of a full 30-day month, and that's it. And the question becomes, can you just be right about the direction for 2 minutes? And if you do, you get 10% profit. Ideally, that's it. I'm not even kidding you. So I know what you're saying. That can't be it. Well, this pattern happens all the time. Like, does this look familiar? This is the day we talked about with the downward trending day, right? It was going down. Then about at 12 o'clock specifically, it kind of started turning around and it went on an uptrend. It's cool. Got you. This was on Friday, that June, I think 3rd or so. The day before, which was a Friday. This was a Monday. This was a Friday. The day before, it is the same exact thing. As crazy as it sounds, because again, it's only 3 directions. What all can the dang thing do? So 8:30, market opened up. At about 12 o'clock, I'm not even kidding, it started turning around and it went back up. We had a trade here and a trade here. In this scenario, we had another trade here. We had 3 trades this day. Over here, we had a trade here in this specific spot. 1 trade over here, we had 2. And again, you could visually tell it was going down at any point in time within from an 8-hour period, from 8:30 to 12 o'clock. You had about 4 hours to identify if it's going down just from that visually alone. Could you be right for 2 minutes to at least get 1? That's it. And again, this looks very familiar because this happens all the time. Next thing. If you're looking to become a consistently profitable day trader that makes $10,000 per month, then go ahead and visit mkuniversity.com/info to get started. We provide one-on-one coaching for 2 months, and that way we actually hold your hand and walk you to becoming successful with our specific day trading strategy, which is trading one strategy with one ticker and day trading once per day so you can be successful long term and actually take care of your family. And it doesn't matter where you are, by the way. If you're new to trading or you're an experienced trader already, but you're still just not consistently profitable as a whole, we'll teach you everything from A to Z from the ground up so you can be consistent, so you can be profitable, and more important, you can do the things you want to do, when you want to do them, how you want to do them, and not have to be trading so much. Because the goal when it comes to trading is to get your life back and to get your finances in order so you can do everything you want to do. And by the way, we already have 1,003 video testimonials from people that are already successful using this strategy that you've been learning in this video. So if you want to be the next person, you want to be number 1,004, then go ahead and click the link in the description where it says apply for coaching, and you can go ahead and get started. And now back to the video. So how exactly do we enter trades like this? Well, it's really two things. It's ZRCE, which is the candle confirmations that I came up with, plus following the trend. So we'll take this guy as an example over here. The ZRC stands for zone, reversal, confirmation, and entry. So the zone candle in this scenario is once it breaks above, we're looking at this one, excuse me. Once it breaks above and comes back for a tap, it's basically going to be the final red candle. So this is the little red candle right here. That's the zone candle. After that, all the next candles typically need to be going in an upward trend since it's an upward trending day. So the following candle is a green one. So we have the reversal candle because it's showing that it's reversing back upward. Then we have the confirmation candle, which is another green candle going upward. It's confirming the other candle is correct. Then we have an entry candle after that, which right in the first couple of seconds you enter on it because it's going in an upward trend, right? So we're like, hey, let's jump right in because it's continuing the trend. And as you can kind of see, can't reduce that, but as you can kind of see, if we enter on this piece, 2 minutes, it's only right here. That's 10%. I'm not even talking about if you held it up to here. There's a lot of people, including myself, sometimes if you hold on to this trade long enough, you don't get 10%. You get 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 100% gain. And the whole day went up. You don't need a lot, right? Same thing over here. We had zone candle for the reversal, confirmation candle over here. Reversal candle right here, excuse me. Confirmation candle for the third one here. And then boom, entry candle on the green one. Then it went sideways for a little bit, finally popped upward. You could have made your profit right then and there. And if not, I mean, of course, as we know, it still kept going up. It went sideways, down, and then back up, back down again, and then way back up anyway. And boom, you're done. It's not that complicated. It's following the trend. It's zone, reversal, confirmation, entry, plus the trend. That's for this day. Now, for what about when the trend stops? I think I kind of hit on this, but I'm going to hit on it again sooner or later. But we have, again, first of all, it's downward trending day. We saw that we had a zone over here. It went over, broke below it, came back up for a tap for the first green candle over here. We have a zone candle, then boom, the reversal, boom, the confirmation, and then this little guy on the wick of this green one, it was down, it was red. Boom, you enter on this, and it fell down. Look at how many candles after that are red. This is a red candle. This is another red candle. In this example, to keep things very simplistic, that's 10% gain. So if we're just going to go with every two candles about this size is 10%, then this is another, we'll just say 5, even though it's definitely more than that. We'll say 15%. And let's just say another piece where it's probably about the same candle, which is going that way. This is probably 20%. And down all the way to the very bottom, before it even gets its first kind of pull back upward, we're hypothetically at, 5, 10, 15, 20. 20% of a gain in one single trade. There's not much more you can say to that. Same thing over here. This one is what I call a low quality winning trade because that's how the strategy works, right? If you follow the trend, the entry's all the way, entry's all the way down there, which is almost very too far away. Like I personally wouldn't enter that, but that's fine because either way, even if you did, look at how successful it was in the first place. It's because we're going with the trend. It had to have a zone over on the side. It broke below it, hit it, and fell, and then boom, you made money. And again, as mentioned earlier, I do remember now, I did mention this. If it did come back to tap and fall, then we have another play. But if the trend stops, then that means you stop and there's no more trades for that specific day. You have to act as a sniper. Basically, you let the trades come to you based off of your analysis. And if it's a downward trending day, you only take plays when it's going downward. Nothing more, nothing less. So all this is fluff. So practicality, speaking wise, by 12 o'clock on this day specifically, you go do what you want to do. When I traded this day, believe it or not, I stopped at about the 12 because it seemed like it wouldn't break it through and it started pulling back. So I think I stopped at 12:30 specifically. And after it did that, I went to go play basketball. That was it. Literally. I think I went to the store to go buy some stuff and just live my life because I made my thousands already. Don't believe me? That's fine. Test out the strategy yourself. Already know it works. Have 1,003 video testimonials of people that are successful from one-on-one coaching because of the strategy. I don't have anything to prove to you. I'm genuinely just giving the strategy away at this point because I want more people to be successful because 2024 is so hard. If you need help, cool, we got you from a one-on-one coaching perspective. If you don't, fine. It's all right here 100% for free. I don't really gain anything from it. I already showed you I can make thousands of dollars basically at will. I just don't necessarily need any more money at this point. I'm fine. If you need it, go ahead. From a trading perspective, the strategy is here. Next piece though, like from the final piece perspective, as crazy as it sounds, I actually get this question, I do want to address this, but this seems boring. Like, where's the fun in this? You know? Again, to hit on this final piece, where the yellow pieces are the plays for the option put specifically. And I think at this point, you kind of understand where the entry pieces are, right? Because we have the zone candle, reversal, confirmation right here, and a boom entry on the wick of, like, say, this green one, and then it ran down. If the other ones, as small as they were 10%, as you can imagine, what the heck percent gain is this red candle? Not even kidding. But sure, it may seem boring of a play from a trading perspective because I know it doesn't look as cool as these things over here. If you're going to, I don't know, a Starbucks and you have charts like this open and another chart and you bring another screen that has like this guy open, you look super smart, educated, like you know what you're doing. I'll leave that to you. I'm sitting here trying to make simple, dumb, boring money. So I'll leave that complicated stuff to a lot of you all. If you want the simple stuff, go ahead and trade like this. Wait for the candles to come to you. Take trades like this, and you'll be able to make money as simple and as boring, if you want to call it boring, as I do.